In scenarios that involve mortgages or loans on what's called a reducing balance, the factors involved, or the features of the question include the mortgage loan, P, which is the total amount that's being borrowed, A, which is the monthly repayment, the amount that you will be paying back each month on whatever sum of money you borrow. And again, we see R and N, the interest rate per period and the number of periods, similar to what we would have, where we would have seen them in compound interest considerations. We can either be solving for A or solving for P. Let's look at solving for A. Scenarios where you're asking the question, how much must I repay monthly on a particular loan or amount of money that I've borrowed? And the formula that is employed is A is equal to P multiplied by R divided by, in brackets, 1 minus 1 plus R raised to the negative n. That's a negative sign. For example, Anna wishes to purchase a property for $250,000 and plans to get a 20-year mortgage. Now, if the lender requires a 10% deposit and charges interest of 8.4% a year compounded monthly, we're asked to calculate the monthly repayment this will require. The monthly repayment is A, and the formula that we will employ is A is equal to P multiplied by R over 1 minus 1 plus R raised to the negative n. It's always best to establish the figures that we do know, or that we will need to solve this question. We need to know what is P, we need to know R, we need to know N. P is the amount borrowed, or the mortgage loan. The property costs $250,000, but Anna is required to make a 10% deposit, which means that the loan is the remaining 90% of $250,000, which is equal to $225,000. So the loan is $225,000, even though the cost of the property is $250,000, because part of that is not being lent to you. Part of that you are actually required to deposit on your own. The interest rate per period, as we've solved, comes from the information provided here, 8.4% a year compounded monthly. So we say 8.4%, and the periods are months, divided by 12. That's going to give us 0.007. And then the number of periods, it is a 20-year mortgage. Therefore, 20 years, 12 periods each year, 12 months, is 240 periods in total. Now we can input these values into our formula. 225,000 multiplied by R is 0.007, all divided by 1 minus 1 plus 0.007 raised to the negative 240. $1,938.39 is the monthly repayment required for such a mortgage loan. We can also solve for P, calculate P, the mortgage loan, and these would be questions or considerations when we are seeking to establish what is the maximum amount I can borrow given what I can afford to repay monthly. And the formula for calculating P is P equals A, monthly repayment, multiplied by 1 minus 1 plus R to the negative N, all divided by R. So here's our example. A couple can afford up to $2,100 monthly as mortgage repayment. A 25-year mortgage is being considered, and the bank offers an interest rate of 7.2% yearly compounded monthly. Calculate the maximum amount this couple can afford to borrow. The maximum amount they can afford to borrow is P equals A multiplied by 1 minus 1 plus R to the negative N divided by R. In this case, because we're solving for P, we look for A. A is given in the question. The maximum monthly repayment is $2,100. R is our interest rate per period. It is 7.2% for the year, compounded monthly, which means we divide it up by the 12 months that make up a year, which gives us 0.006. N is the number of periods. It's a 25-year mortgage, 12 months each year. That's 300 periods in total. Therefore, to solve for the maximum mortgage loan, we would say 2,100 multiplied by 1 minus 1 plus 0.006 raised to the negative 300, all divided by 0.006. Which gives us $291,833.38 as the maximum amount that a couple can afford to borrow, provided that they are sticking to these terms of a 25-year mortgage at 7.2% yearly compounded monthly and paying $2,100 per month.